Hi, my name is Gudrun from GE Designs. Welcome to our live show, Tipsy Tuesday! Welcome to our show, everybody. Thank you for being here. This is the last Tipsy Tuesday of 2025.
Wait, the last one?
Whoa. Yes, this year has gone by fast. So we appreciate you taking the time at this, juncture at the end of the year to be here with us. We appreciate it. We hope you missed us on Friday. My voice is semi-back.
Where'd it go?
Semi.
Where'd it go?
Well, I had a little cold over the whole holidays, so you probably wouldn't have been able to understand much as I was talking in between coughing fits. But I am here, not 100%, but excited to be with you. So if you are new here, make sure you subscribe to our channel. If you haven't done so yet, we have so much planned for you in the new year, so you don't want to miss a show. You can do that on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel or on Facebook. Just like our page. And then every show, as always, we love to see some thumbs up, some hearts, get some appreciation and positivity out in the world this second to the last day of the year.
So I hit the wrong button. But actually, I hit the right button.
You did?
But the wrong thing was in the button.
Oh, whoopsie. What was supposed to be there?
It's live, people. Things happen.
Yes. Say hello to my co-producer. My producer.
This is a sound for me.
Well, I can't hear that.
You don't get to hear
that. You introduce yourself, sir.
Oh, my name is Jeff.
Yes, Jaganov, that's your name.
My name is Jeff.
That's Jeff.
Mr. HP here.
Most times, Mr. HP.
Yeah.
Until he hits the wrong button. But we're going to have some fun today. Look back on the year and have some fun. I am excited to have these two quilts behind me. These are my two latest finishes. We're going to talk through all of my finishes this year. We do this every end of the year, and it's kind of fun to see how many quilts I got made.
Whoa.
That I actually sewed. GE probably made a lot more. Probably. I know they did.
Could you guys at Studio A tell Nate I can't answer the phone right now, I'm busy?
We have a show going on. Well, yes, it's been quite the eventful December at GE. And the holidays, no change, but we had some days off. And first Christmas for the two of us with no kids. It was just the two of us. And so that was an experience.
It was good with the sad.
Good with the sad. The sad part was, sad part is not having everybody you love, your little children and grandchildren right there with you.
Yeah.
But the other thing too, I was sick. I mean, I was just not feeling good.
Yeah.
So that was not fun.
And I didn't have to pick up like a whole bunch of paper and
no. We had very few gifts to open, so that was really easy. Not a whole trash can of stuff.
It's about spending time with family and friends.
I made a whole Christmas dinner.
For 80 people.
I cooked still for 10 people, and I don't know how I did that, but I did. So we had leftovers for a whole week. Yeah, so that was good. I obviously need to take some classes on how to cook for two. Because I think I made a gallon of gravy. I made a whole pan of mac and cheese, and we ate a corner.
Yeah.
It was comical. I actually had to video it and send to the kids. Leftovers for anybody.
It was good.
Come on over.
Yeah, it was good.
But we still enjoyed it. We did some unique things over the holidays. I did some sewing when I was feeling up for it, and some writing, and some designing, and planning out the new year and everything. So it's
what's going on
exciting.
For the new year?
We're going to talk about it. But behind me is, of course, I first want to talk about this one. This one.
Yeah.
I finished my Dangerous quilt. I put it together with just a simple 2.5-inch sashing and cornerstones. Very simple. And then yesterday you got it quilted. So Mr. HP quilted that for me?
That'll be the last quilt of the year.
Well,
Quilted.
and then I pieced this one, which I've had these blocks ever since the Jolie quilt along back in February last year. This year.
Maybe I can do that one.
And I just sewed the blocks together, finally.
Yeah.
So some, UFOs getting finished. And so I think this is going to be the one you're going to quilt tomorrow.
Okay.
And so it's going to get finished.
That'll be the last one.
It's just a small Jolie quilt, and it's really fun fabric. So I can show you up close later.
Do I get to tell how many I've quilted this year? Not yet.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. But let's do our first, our winner from last week. Last week's question was, what's your favorite character from our Christmas-themed movie, book, or TV special? And it was quite a diverse answers. I think most people would have said, the typical Santa or whatever. But the winner this time is, sir, Julie Abraham.
Yeah, Julie.
Julie, her favorite character was John McClane from Die Hard.
Huh?
There's this whole debate if Die Hard is a Christmas movie or not.
Huh?
I love this. I love this answer.
I don't know if I even seen that.
Die Hard? With Bruce Willis?
Oh.
Oh, come on.
I don't
yes, you have.
think of that as a Christmas. Well,
No.
that's just me.
Well, it does take place over Christmas. So, I mean, yeah. It's a whole lot of shooting and stuff. So I don't know if it's the typical Christmas movie. But just like Love Actually is a Christmas movie, it is. I will fight anybody on that.
What is?
Love Actually.
Haven't
One of
seen
my
it.
favorites.
I don't know what that is either.
Okay. So y'all got some watching to do.
My name is Jeff.
Your name is Jeff right now. But for the tip of the day on this last day of the year, I decided we've done so many tip of the days this year that are fresh and new.
Yeah.
And for the most of the times, we break them out as an individual video and post them on YouTube. If you didn't know that, our YouTube channel has all the tip of the days as an individual video.
Yeah.
And so I decided to go into our YouTube channel and see which one has been watched the most this year since it got posted. Maybe not a fair thing because some were posted last month and others were posted in February or something.
Yeah, it's not fair.
But I also picked because this one was the most watched, but also I thought this is a great thing to take into the new year. Something we all have talked about and possibly in the past struggled with. Maybe you still struggle with it. And that is the elusive scant 1/4" seam. So let's watch this tip of the day for how to find your scant 1/4" seam. The question I get a lot is, what is a scant 1/4" seam and why do I have to have a scant 1/4" seam when I am piecing? Now, the scant 1/4" seam is not a specific measurement. I want to state that, and the reason is this is individualized for you and your sewing machine setup. But there are some tools in order to find that setting for you. Now, a scant 1/4" seam is not a measurement. What that means is when we have sewn our pieces and pressed them a certain way according to the pattern, now our pieces measure exactly what they're supposed to measure. So, for example, we always cut our pieces with a 1/2 inch seam allowance, so a 1/4 inch on each side. So that 1/4 inch seam is not really going to give us the best results, because if we have a 1/4 inch seam, after we sew and press, your piece is going to be a little bit smaller. With a scant 1/4 inch seam, which means it's just a tad bit smaller than the 1/4 inch, when we sew two sides and press out, your piece in the middle is going to be exactly 1 inch, and that's what we want. So here are some tips on getting that set up so you can be consistent in that 1/4 inch seam. First off, of course you've heard of 1/4 inch feet for sewing machines. Yes, those can be helpful, but they're not really necessary because we can set our settings a certain way. Now, some folks like to use the flange feet, which has a little guide on them to guide you through. I just want to warn you, with all 1/4 inch feet, no matter what company they come from or what sewing machine, they are not always going to give you the perfect result. And partly it is because of where we individually guide our fabric. So whether you use these or just a flat foot, we can find that perfect setting for you. Another tool that we can use is the perfect piecing seam guide for you to use to find a spot to start with. But the key is always to test and practice until you have that guide set up perfectly. So here's how I do that. I just take a couple of scraps of fabric. I want to make sure that I'm cutting them with the same ruler. So I'm using one of the Stripology mini rulers. I'm just going to cut 1.5 inch strips. So I know 1.5 inch strips sewn together, that is going to be a 1 inch finished. So I have some strips here to practice with. So I'm going to just sew a white strip between 2 green, as I have done here. And so what we want to do is, if you already have what you think is a good setting on your sewing machine for that perfect scant 1/4 inch, you just want to lay these together and then sew that seam, press outwards, and then add the second one, sew and press outwards, so you end up with something like this. And then we want to just measure the center and see if from this seam to this seam, I like to use the center of a ruler, and you can really see if the lines are directly on that seam. That means that you have a perfect scant 1/4 inch seam already set, and so you will want to make sure that you are always consistent in where you guide that fabric up against that same foot you're using. Be consistent with the foot, be consistent with where you guide your fabric, and you'll be good to go. So a couple of things, I'm going to move over to my machine. So if you have a machine that you can inch the needle position over in very small increments, that is very helpful. But if you have a machine that really is not able to do that, I would recommend using the seam guide and using some kind of guide to attach to the base of your machine. So let's go over to the machine and take a look. Here I have my foot. I just like to use a regular flat foot because when I am guiding my fabric, I like to guide it up against the edge of the foot so that I don't see any fabric sticking out. And that I can do consistently using my machine. If you don't have a foot or a setting on your machine, you can also just start by using the seam guide. How that works, you have a little hole in the seam guide. You can put your needle through it. And then once you have the needle through it, you want to put your foot down, make sure it's straight. Put your foot down. And then that determines, you can see where the edge of the guide is. That is where what should be essentially your fabric. So your fabric, how it guides under the foot, should come exactly like this. So that is a gauge in how you can adjust from where to guide your fabric. Now, if you can move the needle over, you want to move the needle over to the right until you can guide that fabric up against the foot, whether it's this type of a foot or it may be if you have a foot that has a guide or a flange. What I would say about these types of feet though is be careful, because sometimes you can bunch the fabric up against the guide and that is not going to be consistently a scant 1/4 inch. Now, if you cannot move the needle over on your machine and you have to just have one setting, I would recommend using the guide. And then on our organizing stickers, we have these strips that will stick to the bed of your machine and they will not leave any residue on your machine, so they can be repositioned or whatever. So this guide, you can place that little marker right up against the guide, and then that will then act as the guide where to guide that fabric. So as you guide your fabric, you can use that to make sure that you always have that scant 1/4 inch seam. So once you have what you think is a good setting, it's time to sew those pieces together. Like I said, we're going to sew with what we think is the perfect scant 1/4 inch. Press, repeat on the other side, and then measure. If we get to the right measurement, having that center piece being exactly 1 inch, you're good to go. If it's too big, that means that your seam is too scant. We need to increase the seam a little bit. If the center strip is too narrow, it's less than 1 inch, that means our seams are too deep and we need to adjust that way. So there it is, always a good reminder on how to find your 1/4 inch. And you know what? If you switch machines, go to a different foot, you should always double check it. Always good to do that every once in a while. So great, great lesson. Do you use the 1/4 inch guide? So if you were talking about the guide that I use to measure, I don't do that anymore because I know my setting on my machine. I know that's where I can be consistent feeding through the machine. So mine is going to be correct all the time. I use and if you're asking about the 1/4 inch foot, the answer is no. I use a pretty standard foot on my machine because I can tick the needle over to the position I like it. And I like that because a 1/4 inch foot is pretty skinny. So having a little bit of a wider foot, being able to move the needle over, the wider foot sits on top of all the feed dogs, so it really helps move the fabric evenly through. So if you have that on your machine where you can take the needle over, instead of using a 1/4 inch foot, consider a wider standard foot. My machine often sucks in towards the needle. So if this is in the beginning of your seams, this is the best ways to use a leader and ender. We've talked about this before, where you feed, if you have a project that you're sewing together, whether you're making half square triangles or whatever it is, you feed that first through the machine when you start, and then at the end of what you're actually working on, you always put that ender through, and then you cut from behind so you leave that little piece hanging. And it's much more productive to be actually piecing something than to be going over a scrap every single time. You're just wasting thread on that. So I always have a leader and ender. And so the key is, yes. Another trick, if you don't have a leader and ender, hold the threads behind as you feed that first piece through. That is like kind of pull on it. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, I thought we do this at the last show of Tipsy Tuesday every year, and it's kind of to look back on how much I have gotten done. That is how much I have actually sewn each year. And I think last year was kind of a record for me. It was like in the 50s. I don't remember. It was like 59 or something.
Yeah.
Quilts. And quilts are projects.
It was rolling.
I was rolling. Now, this year was kind of a bigger travel year for me. So I also I did write a book. But it was not, I did a collaboration book. So I didn't do all the quilts in the book.
Yeah.
So last year I did all the quilts in the book myself. Now, it was a big travel year, so I didn't have much sewn. However, do you want to guess how many? How many quilts did you guys make this year? Do you have a number?
Yeah,
I also think my documenting it wasn't quite accurate. So I think I missed a couple because I was remembering more and more. Now, how about you, Mr. HP? You quilted quite a few. This is a record year for you. How many you quilted?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's around 30.
30 quilts quilted. If you quilt this one tomorrow, that's 31.
That'd be 31. Damn.
So, but you also didn't document everything because you were quilting for folks at GE.
Yeah.
You did some donation quilts.
Couple donation quilts.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So you may be. So my count for this year, I think, is 44. 44
Okay.
projects. Most of them are quilts.
Good work.
But like I said, there may have been some missed. So let's take a look at them. It's kind of fun. Okay. So starting with the first quilt I actually pieced most of it before the end of the year, but I did Jolie. So we, of course, had our Jolie quilt along early in the year. So that was my first finish. And then I did a second one during the quilt along. This is Jolie, and this is the one I used for the pattern cover. Mm-hmm. Now, this one is Little Billy in the Bois Natal fabrics. So we kicked off the Stripology Little Pattern Club. And so this was the second pattern in that club. And you guys know that I have to film things a little bit ahead of when it's released. So that was that. And obviously, for the first panel mashup quilt was done very early in the year. This is No Diggity. That was the first quilt I pieced out of that book. Then this is my Gigi Melrose quilt. Gigi out of the Melrose fabric. I pieced this one when we were filming the Gigi video class. And then we have my Felicity in the stash. I actually forgot to put I forgot to put my first Felicity in there. Yep. But I may have done that, last year. I'm not sure, because that was our retreat quilt. And so, and this is the one I pieced during the retreat with everybody. Then this is Little Dina. That was a part of our pattern club. And then we have some more panel mashup quilts. This is kind of in order as they were made. Kind of, not 100%. Proud Mary is in the panel mashup book. And also Pretty Young Thing, PYT. This is the first quilt I did of the PYTs. I made a few PYTs. Here's a couple other ones that I did with the Jeepers Creepers panels. I did a dark one and a light one. Then there is Layla, that also is from the book. And another Holly. This is a Holly that we did for the Quickies Club. So I did this version during the taping. We're only seeing a portion of it. I don't know why I didn't have a full picture. Then for our strip along, I did strip and dip. And I turned my blocks that I did with you guys in the strip along into a table runner that has been gifted to my sister for her wedding this summer in Iceland. Another Quickies Club quilt. This is Frankie. I made that out of the Simply Cozy fabric. And another panel mashup. This is Dancing Queen. Then I finished the Endless Love. Of course, that was our Stripologized kit. So that was quite the project. So I think like this year I did more like really intricate things that took longer than last year. Quinn, that was for class. So I did this version out of the Acorn Hollow. Love this one. And then another panel mashup quilt, A Sky Full of Stars. Love this one. Still one of my favorites from the book. This was a kit we had, Forever Neverland. So I kind of stripologized that kit. So I just pieced it too. And then we have, what's up next? Oh, Margot. So Margot was, of course, the quilt we did for the 3-day retreat. No, for the 1-day retreat, sorry.
Yep.
For the 1-day retreat. So I pieced that early this summer along with Frida. So neither of these patterns have actually been released yet. Frida and Margot are coming out next month in a printed format, finally.
That's awesome.
Yes. Then I did the Little Katrina, another quick little pattern club pattern. Love this version. I can't wait to use it next fall. And then I did a Winnie in the Wanderlust fabric this was for Quickies Club. Little Svana was a new pattern that we released. That's available as a single pattern. That's one of those great 5-inch square patterns that you can do with the mini rulers. And then Little Winnie, it was our December project. So Really love this one too, how it turned out. Little Lilo is coming. That's going to be our February project. Then the last one in season 1. So the 6th and last, it's every other month. And then I did Pippa. This was my, when I filmed the video class, the quilt that I made during that. And this one was gifted this summer as well, or this fall, like in November. It was a wedding gift. I finished a couple of my Tilda UFOs. So this, I made a little squirrel, 2 squirrel. I think I'm going to turn them into placemats or pillows. I don't know yet. And then the pumpkins. I just made a small version of that too. And another Tilda, make, do, and mend the wall hanging. That was a really fun project and fun to stripologize. Then I made, created this brand new pattern, Hera. And I did this colorway, and I did the nature study colorway. This is for our 3-day retreat happening in March. So I pieced both of those versions, and then I also pieced the second quilt we're using for the retreat. And this one is called Rita. So we're making both quilts at retreat. Excited about that. Have you signed up for a 3-day retreat yet?
Come on.
Come on.
3-day.
Then, of course, the Advent projects, the casserole dish, and then we did the thread painting, and we did the tipsy topper and coasters, and we did the hot cup wrap. And then this December, Thanksgiving, we went to Oregon and visited with my Atli and our grandsons, and Johan and I started this project there. It was a table runner for he was going to gift it to his mom for Christmas. So he picked the fabrics with me, and we started it together. And then I took it home and finished it and sent it back to him. He wrapped it all himself and got it under the tree gave his mom.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It's all like house plants. Sam loves house plants, has plants all over her house. And so now this sits on there. They sent me a photo on their dining room table and surrounded with plants. Perfect.
Dangerous and Jolie.
And by the way, this one is the Braid Runner Midi, our printed batting, and so it was really fun to get him to sew on that. So that's it. Oh, and then we have the Dangerous and the Jolie, those two. So these are my finishes.
Nice work.
I did do another Felicity, and I'm not sure when I did that, but I think it was, I don't remember, around that time. Maybe it was early. Maybe it was last year. Who knows?
Yeah.
Anyways, I have some things in progress. And I remember the last show of the year in 2024, I listed I call them whips. So work in progress, or you can call them UFOs. So I only count the ones that I want to finish at some point. Mm-hmm. Now, there are some that will never become anything, because there are some projects I start and I know they're not going to be anything.
Their name is Jeff.
Well, sometimes I just need to make a few blocks to do step outs for a class or a video or something. They're never going to become anything. Mm. I will say, however, when we moved out of our house in Minnesota this year, I had a full drawer of orphan blocks that I've just thrown in there, samples from classes and stuff, and I could not part with them. I shipped them here. So that box is here.
Oh boy.
At some point, you guys, I'm going to play with that, but there's so much going on right now in the next 2 months, so I don't know if it's going to happen this year. But anyways, carryovers from 2024. There's quite a few on that list that I listed to you, and this is my confession. This is my confessional. So you are my witness. I did finish some from that list, but here are a few that carried over from 2024.
Okay.
I have a harmony quilt in progress that I started when we did the harmony quilt along back in 2020.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a special one because I really chose the fabrics that meant something to us too, and I had the idea of making this for our house that we no longer live in. I still am going to finish it because I have all the fabrics and everything.
Put it on that wall over there.
At some point, it will be finished and it will be perfect in this house.
You guys heard it.
At some point. Maybe, hopefully it doesn't get carried over to 26. I also have a king size Winnie. I have all the blocks, not all the blocks. I have all the fabric. I need to make more blocks, but it's kind of becomes my leader ender. I've been using it as a leader ender all year, and it's gonna stick around as a leader ender because I still have some more blocks because I want to make a really big king size for our bed. And then I have 2 temperature quilts that I need to get together.
Okay.
Yeah, for 2 amazing years, 1964 and 2004. Mm-hmm. So you will get those at some point. And I have a Tilda Blue Whale quilt kit that I have a quilt. I have probably about 3/4 of the blocks done. And those are also just kind of do them as I go. So that's all I have for carrying over from last year, or from this year.
Not bad.
So new in process that I've just started recently. I have a Margot that I'm working on in a different colorway. And the reason why I haven't finished it is because I'm teaching it in different avenues. So I'm using the blocks as my step outs. Once that's done, I will finish it.
Lisa has whips from 2003.
Okay, that's okay.
Come on, Lisa.
But just make sure you still want to finish them. Because if that's a no, please part with them because it's going to make you feel so much better.
Come on, Lisa.
You're going to lose a few pounds
Finish
for real.
them quilts. Come on now.
You can always gift them to somebody else, donate the partial blocks or whatever it is if you don't want to finish it. But if you do want to finish it, maybe go play with it a little bit and keep it.
Cheryl's made a few quilts.
Okay.
Table runners.
Nice.
Yeah, good work.
Okay, so then I have a Dear Santa and a Winter Birds that we're doing for the Tilda kits. So those will get finished as we go through the quilt along. Mm-hmm. I have a second Echoes of Iceland started. Mm-hmm. That's because I've been filming the classes, and so that will get together. And then possibly some secret stuff that you'll learn about.
Come on,
later.
I can't do my long arm quilting if I don't have any tops. Oh, you had to cough. Okay.
You will have tops. You will have tops.
Okay, thank you.
All in good time.
I mean, I don't want you guys sending me tops randomly. I'm just saying.
That's why it's fun for me to finish something because I know it's going to get quilted. That's the beauty of having a long arm quilter in the house.
Come on, all you husbands out there with the quilters, start long arming.
But that's not all. Let's talk about the year just at GE. There's some new things that we kicked off. For example, we started and finished Stripology Quickies Club, which was 12 different video classes. And a lot of you did a lot of these with us. But I know some of you haven't done all of them. Most of you probably, but you have the classes, so you can do them whenever.
I wonder how many quilts Miss Julie has done.
Quilted? Oh, yeah. Probably a lot. We also started the Stripology Lil Pattern Club. That was the first time this year, and I think people absolutely love that. So if you're asking if there's going to be a season 2, most likely. And there was a brand new subscription club started, Goody Shades Club, which I'm absolutely loving right now because it's so fun to see people utilizing recommendations like that and really stocking up on things and purchasing fabric with a purpose. Whether you know that purpose right away, but it is purposeful. Breaking out of your mold a little bit. So that was fun. And we kicked off a brand new retreat model with the 1-day retreat. That was also a big hit. So I think that's also here to stay.
Yeah, Robin's husband, he's a quilter.
Oh, lucky Robin. Yay. Yeah, you know what? It's a good hobby to get into for the husband. It's a good way to get that long arm in the house.
Turn your office into a long arm room.
If not, you know what? We also kicked off GE long arming service.
Yay!
So that was a big one. So you can just make your booking and
that's not the right button.
No. But the great thing is it's real transparency, and when your projects will be finished, you can use the calculator on the website to determine, estimate the cost and what you want to put into it. So I really wanted to break out of the mold of the standard long-arming services. So that's really exciting, and it's really picked up. I think their turnaround time, Laura and Julie are just amazing. Their turnaround time is still just like 7 days. Once they have done the consultation, once the quilt is in the house, it's really quick. So
I must say you're such a professional. When I push the wrong buttons, you just keep going.
yeah, I mean,
That's how you
what
do it,
else
folks.
am I going to do?
So pro, you're a pro.
No flustering over here. Been doing this. I know your button pushing can be.
My name is Jeff.
Oh, Jeff, yeah. Okay, so other things. 2 books released this year.
What?
That's kind of a big one.
It's huge.
Of course, the Panel Mashup book, and then the Echoes of Iceland. Both are
Amazing.
books.
Nice.
And
What about the panel?
52 Tipsy Tuesdays this year. 52. We didn't miss one. 51 Happy Fridays because of last Friday.
Yeah.
It did land on Boxing Day, so that was kind of a good time to take off. But we've always had subs when we've been unavailable, so that's really good. And that means that there were $2,700 given in gift cards during those shows. Plus other stuff. We've given away fabrics on our Perfect Pair shows, and we gave away some bags of chocolate balls and other goodies that we've gifted.
Come on, G-Eazy.
So-
Come on now.
It pays off to watch the shows, guys.
Come on
it can
now.
pay off.
Hey.
But most of all, like lots of things learned. We've laughed and we've cried all throughout the year.
We hit wrong buttons.
We've hit wrong buttons and correct ones, right?
Incorrect ones. And
Yeah.
streaming Wi-Fi then doesn't work sometimes.
Oh yeah, we've gone through technology. We've even had retreat where the whole system's shut down in the middle of
my
retreat.
How about
Speaking
retreat?
of retreat, yes,
I was
you
gonna
have
say that.
you have your captain's hat on.
I got my captain's hat on. I'm ready to drive that Stripology seas, a luxurious
Quilting yacht,
Yes.
super yacht.
The old super yacht.
Now, who's joining us for Stripology Retreat this year? The 3-day retreat. We have, there's only just a few weeks left to sign up because we're cutting off the sign up. Probably, I think it's going to happen in January,
We're looking forward
early
to
February, or January, because we're going to
Hundreds
ship
of-
those boxes in February.
hundreds of people on one live talking to each other.
It's just
Meeting
amazing.
new folks from around the world. You can't do that
We look
live.
forward to it every year. So let us know if you're looking forward to retreat, everybody.
Awesome.
I think it's great. Okay, so that's everything we learned and not everything we did in 2027.
I'm tired.
No, 2025? 27.
27.
I think I'm becoming
Slow
Jeff.
down, slow down.
I'm
there.
becoming Jeff right now.
Your name is Jeff.
Let's look at some fabrics. That doesn't stop. We still have fabrics coming in to inspire us every day.
Yes.
So 2 new collections here, 2 very different collections. The first one I'm going to show you is a Ruby Star, but stick around, don't leave us. We have some fun stuff to do. So first one is a Ruby Star collection. This one is called Calathea. I think that's named after a flower, an indoor plant or something, but
Awesome.
this is the theme again, very popular with the younger generations, which I think is an amazing trend. And so love these colors. There's a very unique colorway. There's only 8 pieces to this collection because it's very unique. So definitely if you wanted to build it into a bigger thing, a bigger quilt, have some suggestions for basics to add. But an 8-piece bundle is great for all kinds of little things like bags and maybe table runners and pillows for the home of somebody that loves plants.
Nice.
Love this teal color. And then we have these awesome leaf print here. So I think this is the actual plant that is called Calathea. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong. But love this. I just love the organic nature of this. It's a very Ruby Star type of a line. Ruby Star is manufactured by Moda. And then here is going into some of the greens. I love this pop of kind of this mustard orange type of color, but really cute. I love that it's not just a single direction. Then we have the leaves again in the green background. and a very unique reddish brown color on the leaves. And I love this little pop of, you know what that reminds me of? Like hot sauce. Hot sauce.
Yeah.
And we have that hot sauce color here in that flower pot fabric. Different colorway from the green. Love that. Bringing in a little bit of peach and this kind of a lilac, lavender color. Then this one is really unique, a little directional, almost like acting as the stripe for the line.
How you pronounce that?
Calathea?
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
Maybe.
Maybe.
And then we have this beautiful lavender pinkish colorway. I love this. The little, what are these called? They're called something. And my brain has been pretty blank these days. I have to apologize because of being sick.
It's going to all be
I think
fixed
something
on the 1st of January. It's going to be brand new.
on my brain.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna be
hope
brand
so.
new. Yep.
I'm going to shed all this illness for sure.
Yep.
And the last, an 8th print, is the same potted print that we started with, just in this beautiful color. I love this. This is a very, very, Ruby Star is known for their unique things and unique fabrics, but I love a unique color combination, and I think this is so interesting here. So my fabric pool to go with this, I started with that turquoise color. This is retro stitched turquoise, a perfect match here. And I had to bring in my Heima Knit Lagoon, another great match, just a little different texture. Looks great with it. Then we have the greens, and I started with Bumbleberry's New Forest Green. It seems like it's too light for this color, but the dark dots really make it work. And look how great it looks here because of some of these lighter tones and the turquoise underneath. It kind of lightens it up. And for the deeper tones, I went with Grunge Forest, and another great match. You see how much deeper tone that is. Then we go into these reds, and speaking of hot sauce, canvas, hot sauce. It's a great match for this. So I love that. And then I went a little bit more orange, and this is Thatched Copper. You can see that some of these have a little bit more orange, so it's a great match as well. Reddish orange. And then for our beautiful, I don't want to know what to call this, lavender pink? I don't know. But Crimp Mulberry is a great match. Look at that.
Call it mulberry.
Yeah, maybe it is. I should just call it mulberry. You're right.
Yeah.
I also wanted to add a little different tone. This is Bumbleberry's Light Lavender. And you can see the variety in the tones here, but look how great it looks with it. So all the darker tones are a perfect match, and then the lighter tones kind of correspond with some of the light tones in the fabric. Then we have some great options for background. I would definitely go light on the backgrounds. So I pulled kind of a light gray, not a full white. Heima in the Lichen Icicle. Love this print. And then I also chose Floral Elements in the chalk because there's flowers on it. And look at that. It's great.
Nice.
Another great option for a background. And if you wanted a little pop to have a little focus print, something unique, I loved this one, Stash Triangles in the Chocolate. It kind of goes with those darker brown leaves of the plants here. Or if you wanted an extra pop, Grunge Yam. See how it matches those flower pots?
We like extra pop. We like
Extra
that.
pop,
Yep.
Grunge Yam. And yams are good too.
Love yam.
So I love it. So this is Calathea by Ruby Star for Ruby Star Society. For Moda Fabrics, I have a recommendation for a wide back. And that is also a Ruby Star wide back. And look at this. It's hexagons, all kinds of scrappy hexagons. They're pretty big because it's a wide back, but it's perfect, and you can have a double-sided quilt. Awesome. My brains, terrarium was the word I was looking for. I appreciate all of you for helping me out sometimes. So totally switching gears here. This one is called Thimbleweed. It's a Windham line. I always get attracted to a different, unique color combination. I just love these bluish grays, these beautiful rich browns, and this wonderful tone of yellowish gold. So let's take a look at this one. This is 12 pieces, and starting with this one. So it has a little bit of a vintage feel, the fabric, so almost, I wouldn't call it Civil War, but it has that feel of that type of fabric, but Windham always puts their little spin on it. Love these kind of brown leaves with the light going into a little bit lighter tone here, just these little dots all over. And these are great small prints. So just know, even though I always show you half yards, we do have most of these lines in fat quarters, especially the 12-piece lines. We have them available in fat quarters, but sometimes we have little bundles as well. And I do believe this one is available as a little bundle because these smaller prints work really well for smaller things. So, and the fourth kind of a bluish gray print is, this is kind of a mess here. Let me fix that. This always is a pet peeve of mine when the fabrics are too wrinkly. There we go. And so bringing in that yellow and brown, I just love the way that was done in this print. It's just really well done. So then going into our beautiful browns, we have that same print as we have in the blue. A very nice medium rich brown. Some pretty rare, but I love that one. And then going into these small little triangles. Again, I love these little smaller prints. We have the same leaf print that we have in the blue and this brown with the blue connected in there. And then we have this wonderful print again that we have here, bringing in all the colors of the yellow and the blue into the brown background. And so I split this evenly. We have 4 blues, 4 browns, and then of course our 4 golds. Starting with this one, this little plaid that has flowers on it. So it's again connecting all 3 colors together. We have a wonderful soft tone on tone, very small scale print here in the yellow, the softer yellow tone. Let me make some more room here. And we have the triangles again in the gold, same as are here in the brown. And then finally, this print that is same as this one in the blue. So I love that it brings in a little bit of blue in there. And so this is the whole 12 pieces of Thimbleweed. So let me show you just my fabric pull if you wanted to enhance it or you had something you could add. These are a very unique, they read blue when you look at them, but if you start placing blue fabrics with them, they don't go at all. So you have to kind of go on the grayer side and find some bluish grays. So grunge medium gray is actually a great match. It's a little tad bit darker, but you can see when it's on there that that's really what works best. We have another one, which is a newer design. This is Surface Design Granite. And again, it's gray with a lot of blue in it, so it can work really well in here. Into the browns, we have Glaze and the Cocoa. Really nice because it has a little bit of that lighter off-white that we have in the prints. And then Canvas Buckskin, a nice, nice color that goes well with all of the browns. For the golds, Grunge Mulled Cider. This one is a little dirty, has a little bit of brown and that gray tone in it, and so I really like that. And then also something a little softer, Crimp in the Yam color. I wouldn't really call this a yam color, but that's what the fabric is called. And then Look how well it fits with the lighter tones of yellows. It's almost close to a dark tan, creamish tan. So for background, I definitely would recommend a light background because of all the light tones in here. So I would also go with something that has a little pattern to it. Grass cloth cottons, I think, is a great choice. I just love the little texture in here, and I think that would make a really nice quilt. It just goes with the rest of the prints. If you wanted to be more neutral, grunge vanilla is another great option. Has a little bit of a grayish and tan in here, so that would mix great. For a nice pop that still makes sense in here, if you wanted a focus print that's going to give it a little bit of oomph, grunge espresso, a dark brown, and it's not black, so it's gonna tone really well with everything. So this one is a great choice, but if you wanted something unique and still works, might I suggest a terracotta. So this is Whispering Grasslands Circles Terracotta. I kind of love this for a little, you see it kind of works still, but if you're thinking like, maybe there's an accent stripe, maybe there's little cornerstones or something where you want a little pop of something different, this is a great choice. And then I found probably a really perfect backing option, a 108 wide backing option. This one is called Chrysanthemum Teal or Jade. Chrysanthemum Jade. You want to put that one up on the screen? Is number 91 there? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it has the gold, it has the bluish tones, and a little bit of brown. And so I think this would be beautiful on the back of this with all those floral notes in the print. So this is Thimbleweed by Julie Hendrickson for Windham Fabrics. So 108s are really popular in our store, so there's a lot of turnover. We get new ones in all the time. Here are some new ones if you're on the lookout for new 108s. From some great ones here, this is called Solstice Kaleidoscope in the teal. Look how beautiful that is. That could work with so many different quilts using those colors. And then we have some real basics. This is called Vibe Mottled Charcoal. We have a few colors of this one. This one's mottled teal, so Vibe Mottled Teal. And then we have Rust. That's a unique color that we don't usually have. And then we have this gorgeous Twilight Tendrils with this different colored leaves. I love that with the pink. This is called Pink, I guess.
Nice.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful.
That's
so
awesome.
We are going to finish our show, of course, with a question, but we're not done yet. We have to do our New Year's toast with you all. But the giveaway question is, what is one word that would describe your year, 2025 for you? What's one word? Can you think of one word that describes our year? I don't know. I think it's just like, there's been a lot of changes personally for us this year.
Adventurous.
Awesome. But I also think like growth is like one of them.
So
like
many.
figuring out your life, figuring out our life,
Eye-opening.
figuring out what we love to do, and I don't know. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh, you're going to visit the set here. Oh, you got to be on that side.
My name is Gail.
Okay, you got to bring the bottle over.
Okay.
So if you could, all you got to do is answer this question.
There's fabric in the way.
Oh, okay. Let me move
I don't
the
want to get in
fabric
trouble
out.
by putting.
No, you're going to really get in trouble if you get
Ooh-wee.
some Prosecco on this.
Oh, what? This
We're
is.
going to pop a bottle with all of you because we have some fun quilting toasts for you. And so, yes, but let me finish. Post the answer in the comments. You're automatically entered for a $25 gift card in our first show of the next year, Tipsy Tuesday, which will be on these. Oh, this one still has the old date.
Who did that?
I don't know. I think our next Tipsy Tuesday is on January 7th, 6 or 7. I think
Okay.
it's 7.
All right.
I have to do the math.
Okay.
No, wait.
I'm scared to pop this
I
because
don't know. I think it's, no, it's 7. No, it's 6. January 6th. Oh my gosh. Trying to do math with this brain is not good right now. But our Happy Friday show will be this Friday, January 2nd. We'll be here this Friday. So make sure you watch. And did you go somewhere? Oh, you can't open.
well, I can open it, but if this pops all over the place, we're in trouble.
Okay, so you got yourself a little,
Just in case.
okay. Woo, yay!
We're safe.
So it's been a fabulous year for you, and want to take the time to say thank you to all of you for supporting our small business and sticking around and watching us live all through the trials and tribulations, celebrating the moments with us that we've experienced in our life personally.
Let me just say,
business.
we don't exist without you.
Yeah, that is true.
We love you.
And
we
so
thank you.
from all of the people at GE Designs, thank you all. And so here are some wonderful toasts to bring into the new year. So you want me to start? You're
You
going to
start. You go ahead.
Okay. So here's to quilting, the greatest addiction you could ever have and never seek to fix.
Cheers to that. Oh, that's good.
Next
May your
one.
home be too small for all your friends and large enough for all your fabric.
Yes. Too small because you got so many friends all over the world after retreat.
That's
yes.
right. Retreat.
Cheers to that one.
What's next?
May your sewing boo-boos be as fleeting as your gym membership in January.
What gym membership?
We both experienced that owning gyms.
Oh, yeah.
They always come right in the beginning of the new year.
February,
And then kind of starts by like January 20th.
gone.
And then by February, they're all
Yeah,
gone.
they're gone. Yeah.
Okay, next one.
May your seams be scant, your fabric cut straight, and your seam ripper be untouched. Oh, Jack. Don't touch Jack.
Well, we need him. He has to be standing by, but hopefully we don't have to touch him much.
Seam ripper Jack.
All right. May your quilting be filled with passion and love this year, and hopefully a few less curse words.
Ooh. Yeah.
I mean, they do happen.
I had a couple last night.
When you were
Oh,
quilting?
darn. Oh, shoot. How about this one?
Here's the last one.
Okay. Here's to focusing on all things positive this year, which means never saying no to new fabric.
Or a new project.
Or new projects. Okay.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
So again, thank you from all of us and a very, very, very happy new year. We have so much planned for you and us to sew together. So stick around, come see us in the shows in the new year.
More stitch in 26.
Hey! Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful and safe New Year's Eve. Happy New Year, and we'll see you soon in 2026.
How's this thing work?
Into the groove, it's the place to stay. GE Designs got the Stripology way. Quilting with the beat, you feel that heat. We're the rulers of the strips, every inch so neat. Lay your fabric here, lay it right here. Cut it right there, cut it right there. Precision in the rhythm can't help but stand. From morning to night we could and we can. Every quilt a masterpiece, nothing can compare. Home of the Stripology, feel that vibe. GE Designs where precision is our vibe. Cut it, slice it, make it so right. Quilters paradise, sewing in the moonlight. once, cut twice. That's the funky rule. Stripology magic, yeah, yeah. It's hella cool. Turn that fabric loose, make it strut and stroll. We're jamming with the quilts in control. Oh, everybody now, lift up those strips, lift up those strips. Feel the stripology, adding flair to your life, from edge to edge. We groove through the night, sew it up, show it off with a glow your sight. Heart of the stripology, feel that vibe. G designs where precision is our